Hello, my ordinary anglers. How you doing? Well, today I'm going to drop this video and because of sad news and some things that Major League Fishing needs to rectify within the Bass Fishing League, the BFLs, and it's severely important. It's like really important because of the scenario I'm about to paint and some of the possible remedies to fix the problem with the co-angler situation. And first of all, this is nothing against co-anglers, not at all. It's the system. Because I was a co-angler and I learned many things as a co-angler, and it's a great deal to be a co-angler because you learn so much. Anyway, so here it is. This year, not mentioning any names, I had a link for a co-angler, the first two tournaments, as required to make sure that I fish, because now there's no boat-on-boat draws in the system. That said, my co-angler did well in points. So much so, I guess, due to finances, economy, whatever, he did not fish after that. Now, come to find out, he was fishing in the LBL division also. So apparently he had another link with another person. Because here's the deal. If you link with a boater, it's guaranteeing you as a co-angler to fish, right? And it's guaranteeing the boater to fish. So now my situation is my co-angler knows his points are sitting good, that he's going to qualify pretty much in the top 60 of co-anglers to make the regional. So he's not worried about fishing the super tournament. But me, I'm in 65th. And I need to fish the super tournament, which I'm not going to be able to. I'm on the wait list because I don't have a co-angler link. But my co-angler is fishing the super tournament on Kentucky Lake, which is the same day as the super tournament in the Mississippi division on Pickwick. So I'm being held out to dry because my co-angler has decided to go fish in another division and left me hanging, so to speak. So I attempted, like everyone does, try to find a co-angler. No luck. Of course, the super tournament's a little more expensive. I get it. But the problem is got to be fixed. There's several ways, in my opinion, we can fix it. One, hear me out. You're not forced to link, but understand, because you link, make sure you get to fish. So in other words, the first two tournaments, that co-angler knew by linking with me, he was guaranteed to fish. Okay? I have spent numerous hours, money, hotels, you name it, all season long to try to get to the regional. Now, unless I sit where I'm at 65th and people don't decide to fish the regional, I could get a phone call. Luckily, that could happen. But he's going to get to fish the regional. And where am I? Okay? Not cool, right? So, that being said, I fished Bassmaster Opens. I have fished Everstars. I have fished everything in many, many years. As a co-angler and a boater, I'm part of the Century Club. I fished over 100 tournaments in Major League Fishing, previously FLW, previously Operation Bass, Redman. Now, I have a wide variety of experience on both sides of the coin. So, that being said, either like BASS, I fished the Red River one of the days with no co-angler. Okay? By myself. And a heck of a lot more money on the line than a BFL. So, I am doing this video because I'm going to link it to Major League Fishing. And hopefully Kathy Fennell and Boyd will get to see it. If not, I'll be making a phone call to either one of them. I know them. I've been knowing that Gilbertsville, Gail, and, a bunch of people up there. Of course, Gail's no longer with us, but he's watching us. Anyway, that said, if you link with a boater in the beginning of the year, let's just say, we'll take my deal, the Mississippi Division, then you're stuck to fish those events with that boater. Now, you're not a gun in hell to your head to link, but it guarantees you, right, if you're going to fish with your link. Make sense? Right. You shouldn't be able to go outside of that and link with another person to fish another division. If you understand what I'm getting at. Because my co-angler had to link with someone to make sure he would fish, because I think it was 40-something boats this past weekend at the super tournament for the Illini division. So in order for him to fish that, he had to get a link. Excuse me. Now, it's not fair to boaters for this to happen, or pros, however you want to call it. So here I was. So I withdrew. I'm in the wait list. I withdrew from fishing my fifth tournament of the year. No sense of, because one, I cannot make plans with work at the hospital, or to get hotel rooms and plan and get in practice and all that stuff that goes along with, fishing a tournament. You're trying to make the regional. I need to go to Pickwick. I needed to go to Pickwick and basically at least catch one keeper to qualify, to get points, and to move on into the regional, which is where I grew up fishing for 30 years. Kentucky Lake, out of Paris Landing. Why do you think I wanted to go fish the regional? Right? So some sort of deal where Major League Fishing needs to address this co-angler situation, and some sort of rules or go-bys or something to have to deal with co-anglers that, look, I took my time and money and made sure you've got to fish to get your points on the first two tournaments, to decide, well, there's not many people going to fish the rest of the tournaments, so, because they don't like where they put them. So I'm pretty set to sit where I'm at and not have to spend any money and still go to the regional. Well, so what do we do to fix that mentality? You require that you fish to get qualified for the regional, that you either fish for or all the tournaments in the division to qualify, just like you would for the wild card. Just like you would for the wild card. Have to qualify for the wild card, you have to have had 5 paid entries. as a boater and a co-angler. At least that's the way that is. I don't even know how they're going to do that if they don't have enough co-anglers for the wild card. But anyway, so this is Mike Quattrone with a message to all the people out there who are stuck and who have been stuck in this similar situations with co-anglers, links, and trying to fish, because I know that there is at least 10 or 11 guys that are on the waiting list. And I'm sure there's other boaters on waiting lists in other divisions, possibly because of co-angler situations. Anyway, there needs to be a remedy, and I'm asking Major League Fishing to come up with some sort of remedy for this situation. I don't know that they're aware of it, but this video is being done so they will be aware of it. Anyway, this is Mike Quattrone. I love everybody, and I've been a co-angler, and now I'm a boater, or a pro, or an amateur, however you want to look at it, after many years of doing this. Stay tuned for more videos. I was hoping to have a practice video this weekend, hoping to have a video for a tournament video next weekend, but I don't look like that's happening. Anyway, but there'll be others. We'll get some other content coming on. Just like and subscribe. Make comments. I'd appreciate it. I'd like to hear your opinions about this, whether you're a boater or a co-angler. I think something, and the co-anglers need to maybe come up with a fix too. You know, it isn't just me, it's everybody, to make the sport better, to make it where everybody can, you know, when I work hard to try to get to the regional, to try to qualify for the All-American, that's the journey. Well, my journey's been cut off for the moment anyway. Could get a call if they don't have enough boaters for the regional, as I'm sitting in 65th. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.